Om Shanti and a very good morning to all. Today we are going to read the Murli dated 22nd April 1984. The title of the Murli is The Unique Study and Unique Attainments from the Unique Father, the Father without an image. विचित्र पढ़ाई विचित्र प्राप्ति इसके द्वारा विचित्र बाप के द्वारा. Right? So the study that we have is not anything physical. स्थूल नहीं है कुछ भी. It is not related, not even related to the worldly studies that we have. कि मैंने पढ़ाई पढ़ ली and I got a degree. Okay, I got like 4 years, 5 years degree and I completed my course. So this is not a study of that kind. This is a very unique study. Now, since the study, whatever we are studying is very unique, is very different, the attainments from this are also very different. वो भी स्थूल नहीं है. जो प्राप्तियां हमको इस पढ़ाई से होती है, वो भी स्थूल नहीं है कुछ. Right? We are not going to get anything physical, but this is something that is very subtle, very, very, very subtle in fact. बहुत सूक्ष्म है. So in today's Murli, Baba is emphasizing the importance of this study and the attainments that we get with this unique form of studies. Right? So we will read the Murli together. Also, while we read this Murli, I request you all to think about or reflect on what does Murli mean to you. ये जो पढ़ाई हम पढ़ते हैं, मुरली जिसको बोलते हैं, साकार कहो, अव्यक्त कहो, any form, what does this mean to you personally? Like to you, the soul, to I, the soul. What sort of importance is this carrying? And how are you dealing with this, or how is this helping you in your life? Right? So let's read the Murli together. Today, the spiritual father has come to meet his spiritual children. The spiritual father is looking at every spirit to see how much spiritual power each one has, to what extent each soul has become an embodiment of happiness. He's checking two things. Ruhani Shakti, that means spiritual power, kitni jama hai atma mein. And second, to what extent each soul has become an embodiment of happiness. The spiritual father is seeing that he has given you children the treasure of imperishable happiness as your birthright, and seeing to what extent each one of you has attained your inheritance and your right in your life. दिया सबको है ना बाबा ने, ये भाग्य बाबा ने हर किसी को दिया. Right? Now, to what extent are we using this, and to what extent have we attained this? Right? Practically. Baba is looking at that. Further, he says, have you become a child and a master of the treasures? The Father is the bestower, and he gives every child a full right. However, each child claims a right according to his power of imbibing. The Father has the one pure thought for every child, that each soul, each child becomes full of all treasures for many births and claims a right to the full inheritance. बाबा का शुभ संकल्प क्या है बच्चों के प्रति? That every soul, every child becomes full of all the treasures for many births, and claims a right to the full inheritance. Bap Dada is pleased to see how the children maintain their zeal and enthusiasm for this attainment. Each of you, whether young or old, a child, an adolescent, or an elderly person, you sweet mothers, the educated ones and the uneducated ones, even those who are physically weak, but who are such strong souls, each of you have so much love for the one God. है ना? सभी को प्यार है ना बाबा से? बाबा से कोई भी क्यों ना हो, whether young, whether old, whether a child, whether youth, माताएं, पढ़े, अनपढ़े, not strong physically also, Baba says, each of you has so much love for one God. You have experienced that. By knowing God, you have come to know everything. बाप मिला, सब मिला. बाप को जाना, सब जाना. है ऐसा अनुभव है? Baba's not asking. See, there's a full stop. That means हर किसी को ये अनुभव है ही है. You experience this some time or the other. Baba says, Bapdada always gives experienced souls the blessing. O children who remain absorbed in love for the Father, constantly stay alive with remembrance, constantly continue to be sustained with the attainment of happiness and peace, continue to swing in the swing of imperishable happiness, and tell all the souls of the world, your spiritual brothers and sisters, the easy way to attain happiness and peace, so that they too can claim their right to their spiritual inheritance from the spiritual father. जिन्होंने अनुभव किया है बाप को, उनके लिए एक और वरदान बाबा दे रहा. Not even one वरदान, but so many. See, stay alive with remembrance, continue to be sustained with the attainment of happiness and peace, continue to swing in the swing of imperishable happiness, and inform others, your brothers and sisters, the easy way to attain this happiness and peace. Further, Baba says, teach everyone this one lesson. All of us souls belong to the one Father. We belong to one family. We belong to one home. We are all playing our parts on the same stage. The original religion of all of us souls is peace and purity. घर एक है, परिवार एक है, बाप एक है, धर्म एक है. कौन सा धर्म है? Of peace and purity. Now you bring about self-transformation and world transformation with this lesson, and this is guaranteed to happen. This is guaranteed to happen. What? The self-transformation and the world transformation. So this is easy, is it not? It is not difficult, is it? Even uneducated ones have become knowledgeable through this lesson. This is because by knowing the Father, the Creator, you automatically know the creation from the Creator. रचयिता को जान लिया तो फिर रचना को जान ही लेते. ऐसा ही है ना? The Baba says, all of you are knowledgeable, are you not? You have studied the whole study of the Creator and the creation with these three words: soul, Supreme Soul, and the world cycle. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. So sorry. Yeah, so Baba says, you have studied the whole study of the Creator and creation with these three words: the soul, supreme soul, and the world cycle. Now everything comes into this. आत्मा का ज्ञान, परमात्मा का ज्ञान और सृष्टि चक्र का ज्ञान. In yesterday's Sakar Murli, if I'm not wrong, in yesterday's Sakar Murli, Baba emphasized so much on the Swadershan Chakra. He himself uh, gave the title of Swadershan Chakra to Baba as well, to himself also. And why? Because he said that Swadershan Chakra, Srishti Chakra ko janna hi Swadershan Chakradhari banna. Right? So he gave this title to himself also. So the entire study comes into this, the soul, the supreme soul, and the world cycle. Now this world cycle, जब हम बोलते हैं सृष्टि चक्र, so this again has two themes. एक तो सृष्टि की आदि मध्य अंत, कि सतयुग होगा, त्रेता होगा, द्वापर होगा, कलयुग होगा. एक तो ये नॉलेज, okay, and दूसरा स्व का दर्शन, that what part have I played throughout the cycle. What was I in Satyug? Maybe a prince, maybe a princess, maybe Maharani, maybe Maharaja. Knowing that also comes under this Srishti Chakra, Swadershan Chakra, जिसको बाबा बोलते हैं. Right? अपने ही स्वरूपों का ज्ञान होना. Right? What was I in Satyug Treta? What was I in Dwapar? After that, the Sangam, the Brahman, and then Brahman so Farishta. अपने स्वरूपों का भी ज्ञान और प्लस दृष्टि चक्र का भी ज्ञान. The world is cycle. So it has two meanings here. है ना? और इसीलिए बाबा हमको सुदर्शन चक्रधारी कहता है, because we know our part. Right? He has given this knowledge about our part throughout the cycle. And he calls himself also Swadershan Chakradhari because he knows the entire cycle. दृष्टि चक्र भी पूरा बाबा को पता है, सतयुग त्रेता द्वापर कलयुग. समझ रहे हैं? So Baba says, what have you become with these three words? What certificate have you received? You have not received a certificate of BA or MA. You have received the title of Trikal Darshi and an embodiment of knowledge. Have you not? Trikal Darshi भी बन गए. तीनों कालों की knowledge है ना, आदि मध्य अंत, and they become an embodiment of knowledge. ज्ञान का स्वरूप बन गए. किस चीज का ज्ञान है? आत्मा का ज्ञान है, परमात्मा का ज्ञान है, कर्मों की गति का ज्ञान. Right? And that is why I asked you to reflect on what has Murli given to you, or what does Murli mean to you. क्या नहीं दिया, मतलब मुरली से क्या क्या प्राप्ति है. What difference is the daily Murli bringing in my life? I need to check that. Right? So Baba says, what is the source of your income? Now, see, he's shifting gears of the Murli now. What is the source of your income? What did you receive? You received a guarantee of imperishable attainment for birth, after birth from the true teacher. In fact, a teacher doesn't give guarantee that you will constantly continue to earn or that you will remain wealthy. He simply teaches you and makes you capable. हाँ? अब दुनिया में कोई टीचर गारंटी थोड़ी करता है that you are going to earn so much and so much of package when you leave this college or when you graduate or when you know pass this whatever exam, may say PhD, maybe your masters, whatever you are doing. No teacher can ever guarantee that what will be your income in future and till what extent. मतलब कितने सालों तक कमाई करोगे उसका भी गारंटी नहीं देते. But here it is different. Ah, here it is different. See, he has given us a guarantee of imperishable attainment. कमाना नहीं पड़ेगा, तुम्हारे पास प्राप्ति रहेगी ही रहेगी, है ना? See what he says. He simply teaches you and makes you capable. You children and godly students are to receive from the Father, the teacher, happiness, peace, wealth, bliss, love, and a happy family for 21 births in the golden and silver ages. It is not that you might receive, but that you will definitely receive this. मिलेगा, प्राप्ति होगी, ऐसा नहीं है, होनी ही है. It's a guarantee from the Father. But this also depends on the present that we are doing. अभी हमारे पास ये प्राप्तियां कितनी है? जैसे whenever you read this, you know, प्राप्तियों के बारे में, so I always have this image of Dadi Janki coming in front, that what kind of, you know, the intoxication that she had when she spoke of कि मेरे पास शांति, खुशी, शक्ति, प्यार इतना है, कोई मुझसे ले नहीं सकता, कोई मुझसे छीन नहीं सकता, कभी मैंने इतना अपने बाप से पाया. The kind of intoxication she had when she spoke of all these attainments. हाँ? तो बाबा को हम भी बोले ना कि बाबा, even I wish to experience this now. अब वो पद क्या मिलेगा, प्राप्ति वहां क्या होगी, I don't know. सत्युग में who is going to be the king, who is going to be what, nobody knows. लेकिन अभी तो प्राप्ति कर सकते हैं ना, और बाबा को अभी तो बोल सकते हैं ना, Baba, I want this now. I want to experience this now. All these attainments that you are talking about. May it be happiness, may it be peace, may it be wealth, may it be bliss, may it be love. Everything. I wish to experience this now, Baba. और फिर देखो कि कितना नशा है इन प्राप्तियों का. Because see, these attainments are directly related to the study. इसीलिए बाबा ने शुरू ही ऐसे किया ना, तुम्हारी पढ़ाई. And that is why he's calling himself a teacher today and us the godly students, right? So if we are lacking this intoxication in some way, that means we are somewhere in some percent not paying that much of attention to the study. You know, this goes for me as well. Not only सुनाने के लिए नहीं बोल रहे हैं, but this goes for me as well. Right? कहीं भी in some day, if I am lacking that intoxication or वो नशा नहीं चढ़ रहा, it means I have not paid attention to Murli properly. बस खाई से पढ़ ली होगी या मे बी सुन ली होगी, right? So Baba says, yeah, it is not that you might receive, but that you definitely will receive this. This is a guarantee because the Father is eternal and the teacher is eternal. Therefore, the attainment from the eternal one is also imperishable. You sing a song of happiness of how you have received a ride to all attainments from the true Father and the true Teacher. This is known as the unique Father, the unique students, the unique study, and the unique attainments. विचित्र बाप, विचित्र बच्चे, विचित्र पढ़ाई और विचित्र प्राप्तियां. No matter how much someone has studied, no one can know the study and the inheritance of the unique Father and the Teacher. The Vichitra, who's without an image. You cannot take a picture of it. So, how could they know it? बाप का चित्र नहीं निकाल सकते, को कैप्चर नहीं कर सकते किसी भी दुनिया के कैमरा में. We cannot capture Baba. साकार फॉर्म में ठीक है, he used to come. व्यक्त बाप दादा कभी दादी के तन फोटो जरूर होगा, बट बाबा तो विचित्र है ना. We cannot capture him. We cannot paint an exact painting of him. And one more thing to add, we cannot express him in words. उसको शब्दों में बांधा नहीं जा सकता, उसका चित्र नहीं निकाला जा सकता, उसका फोटो नहीं लिया जा सकता. बाबा ऐसा है क्योंकि बेहद है ना, विचित्र है, उसको हदों में बांधा जा नहीं सकता. Right? We all might have experienced this, ना. कभी किसी दिन you might have felt, if you are feeling a lot of love for him, and when you ask him कि भाई सामने तो आ जाओ, that is also not possible. He might be there with you, but you can't really see him ना ऐसे साकार में, right? And then when you feel like expressing your love to him, वो भी like that goes beyond words. बाबा क्या ही बोले. That is why he calls himself विचित्र. ना तो वो हर कार्य वो जो करता है वो विचित्र है. पढ़ाई भी विचित्र पढ़ाएगा, प्राप्तियां भी विचित्र देगा, और बच्चों को भी विचित्र बोलता है. So he says you cannot take a picture of it, so how could they know it? The Father and Teacher is the highest on high, and look what he teaches and who he teaches. He is so ordinary. खुद भी कितना साधारण रीति से पढ़ाता है, जिन बच्चों को पढ़ा रहा है वो भी कितने साधारण. Have you seen? I remember like a few माताएं कहो, उनको हमारे सेंटर पे आते हैं, अरे इतने भोले इतने भोले. मतलब यू वॉन्ट इवन रियलाइज कि अच्छा उनको देख के ऐसा लगता है अच्छा बाबा इनको पढ़ाता है. मतलब दैट काइंड ऑफ निर्माण भाव और वो भोलापन, अरे बाप रे. एंड देन यू रियलाइज कि क्यों बाबा को इतना भोले बच्चों से प्यार है, और किनको देखो विश्व की बादशाही वो देता है. एब्सोल्यूट भोले, एब्सोल्यूट भोले. जैसे नहीं 2-3 days बैक ही सेड ना, अनपढ़े अनपढ़े बच्चों को देख के बाबा और खुश होता है. अरे बाप रे बाप. यू कैन एक्चुअली फील वो माता इतना एफर्ट डालती हैं. दे विल ब्रिंग दैट copy and a pen with them, and they will mark out the points. They will sit there, listen to the Murli. It feels so good looking at them. Ki Baba, so much of love, they have for him, and so much of regard they have for this study. सीखने जैसा होता है उनसे कुछ, ऐसा लगता है. So Baba says he teaches, अच्छा, he is so ordinary. It is a study to change humans into deities, to make your character good for all time. Who is it that studies? कौन पढ़ रहा है? The Father is teaching those no one else can teach. What would be the big deal if the Father taught those that the world too teaches? जिनको बाकी दुनिया भी पढ़ा सकती है, उनको भी बाबा पढ़ाता, फिर मतलब ही क्या? नहीं. He makes hopeless souls into souls who have hope. He makes the impossible become possible. This is why there is the praise, only God knows his ways and means. हाँ? तेरी गत मत तू ही जाने. ऐसा ही है. Baptada is pleased to see the children who develop hope from having no hope. Welcome, welcome the decoration of the Father's home. See? मजा उसमें है ना जिनको नहीं आता और वो करके दिखा दे. Right? When I say that, Baba, I am not able to do this. And then Baba comes and says, "Ki, wait, you don't have to do this. Let me take it over. Let me handle this for you." Okay, and when the thing is done, मजा उसमें है. जो कर सकते हैं वही कर लिया. उसमें तो क्या ही बड़ी बात है. हाँ, उसमें तो बाबा ने किया ही क्या फिर. Right? You come to see Baba, you are able to see Baba in such situations which are absolutely impossible. और हम खुद से भी होप वी गिव अप ऑन दोस थिंग्स कि बाबा नहीं होगा, हमारे बस का नहीं है. एंड देन ही कम्स एंड सेज कि अच्छा, लेट मी डू दिस फॉर यू. एंड ही विल एक्चुअली टेक इट ओवर एंड बढ़िया से कर लेगा, बढ़िया से कर लेगा. राइट? एंड ओनली देन यू कैन सी हिज मैजिक ना. अदरवाइज जो हो रहा है वो तो हो ही रहा है ना, फिर उसमें तो क्या ही है, उसमें तो क्या बाबा को देखे. अच्छा, so we will give the yatpyar in the end. Baptada speaking to an income tax officer. You do understand that you have come to your home, do you not? Whose home is this? It is God's home, and so it is everyone's home. Therefore, it is also your home, is it not? It is good that you have come home. What will you do that is even better than that? अच्छा, और अच्छे से अच्छा क्या करोगे? Baba's asking that. Okay. Do the best of all and become the highest of all. This is the aim of life anyway. Now, what will you do that is the best of all? Just make the one lesson firm that Baba spoke about. For the whole study is merged in just this one lesson. This is a wonderful world university. To look at, it is also a home, but the Father is also the true teacher. It is a home and also a university. I remember while I was yesterday reading uh, this in Hindi, this sentence, एक घर भी है और विद्यालय भी है. You get that picture, the old picture of Brahma Baba and all the children sitting in history hall and how they used to study there. And then you uh, see a few pictures of uh, how Baba is teaching them to do different variety of seva. कभी बाबा आंगन में बैठा, कभी कुछ कर रहा है, कभी अम, गाड़ी के पास वो बच्चे खड़े हैं, repairing that, or at times washing the clothes or cleaning the clothes, right? वो धोबी घाट के पास. So how is it? See, it is a home and a university. ना देखने वाले को कैसा लगता होगा कि ये पढ़ाई भी पढ़ते हैं, घर में भी रहते हैं. It was more of a boarding, right? Mm. So it gives you very beautiful images of the past, when Baba used to teach each and every seva. वो जो हर हर कर्मणा सेवा बाबा ने जो करके दिखाए बच्चों को, that also. And then he used to sit on the assembly and become a teacher. Of course, Shiv Baba used to teach, but then be a teacher there and teach all the students at once. So this is also Vichitra. So Baba says it is a home and also a university. This is why people are unable to understand whether this is a home or a university. However, it is both a home and a university because the most elevated lesson is taught here. What is the aim of teaching at colleges and schools? To develop children's characters, to make them worthy of earning an income and be able to sustain their families very well. So that is the aim, is it not? So all of those aims are fulfilled here. Each and every one becomes one with a good character. चरित्रवान बनते हैं, है ना? हम नॉट ओनली हियर, मतलब सिर्फ यहाँ की पढ़ाई पढ़ के अर्न करना सिर्फ उतना ही नहीं सिखाते, लेकिन दिस स्टडी इज फॉर मेनी बर्ड्स। वहां पर भी हमारा सोर्स ऑफ इनकम ये इसी पढ़ाई से है ना। मेनी अ टाइम्स बाबा सेज कि सारा मदार पढ़ाई पर है, तो कितना इस पढ़ाई में हमारा इंटरेस्ट है, कितनी रुचि है, और कितना मजे से हम यहाँ पढ़ रहे हैं, दैट इज गोइंग टू बिकम द सोर्स ऑफ इनकम देयर ऑल्सो। यहाँ सूक्ष्म प्राप्तियां हैं, वहां स्थूल में होगी, ऐसे ही। Baba says, what do the political leaders want in the land of Bharat? What did Bapuji want for Bharat? What he wanted was for Bharat to become a lighthouse, for Bharat to become a center of spiritual power in the world. That task is taking place here in an incognito way. If even one couple were to become like Ram and Sita, then because of one Ram and Sita, it would become the kingdom of Ram. Then, if so many were to become like Ram and Sita, what would happen? So this lesson is not difficult. It is very easy. If you make this lesson firm, you will also claim a spiritual certificate from the true teacher, and you will receive a guarantee of a source of income too. See, I was talking to the income tax officer. Huh? उसने कितनी पढ़ाई की होगी? Might have studied like so much, कितना पास किया होगा, और वो आकर इनकम टैक्स ऑफिसर बना होगा। सी बाबा उसको के कौन सी पढ़ाई पढ़ने के लिए बोल रहे हैं। You can also take this spiritual certificate, yeah? मतलब see how Baba is keeping aside all the worldly study that the soul has studied, कि हाँ भाई तुम हो इनकम टैक्स ऑफिसर and I know, but listen, this what I'm teaching has more importance. This is going to be your source of income. And just only Baba can do this. Nobody else can. The authority, baap re baap. However, it truly is wonderful. Grandfathers and great grandfathers study here, as well as children and grandchildren. All study in the same class because it is the souls who are taught here. This is of much importance, right? ये आत्मा पढ़ती है, देह के रिलेटेड यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है, आत्मा पढ़ाई पढ़ती है। इसीलिए पोत्रे कहो, चाहे ग्रैंडफादर कहो, ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर कहो, grandchildren कहो, all sit in one class. Baba says, bodies are not seen, it is souls that are taught. Even if a child is only 5 years old, he too can learn this lesson, can he not? A child can do a lot more work. This lesson is also essential for those who are elderly. Otherwise, they become disheartened with life. Even uneducated mothers need an elevated life. Therefore, the true teacher is teaching everyone. No matter how much of a VVVIP someone is, to the true teacher, all are students. Okay? He's talking to the income tax officer. Income tax officer. No matter how much of a VVVIP someone is, to the true teacher, all are students. और उस हिसाब से तो फिर हम ज्यादा लकी हुए ना, वी आर मोर लकी, राइट? वी नो द फादर सो वेल, वी नो द टीचर सो वेल, और हम रोज पढ़ाई पढ़ते हैं, वी स्टडी दिस डेली। मस्त। So he teaches the same lesson to everyone. So what will you do? You will learn this lesson, will you not? You will benefit. I was telling him, you will benefit. Those who do something will receive the return of it. To the extent that you do something, accordingly you will benefit, because here you receive multi-million fold return for one. It is not like that in terms of perishable things. In this imperishable study, you receive multi-million fold for one, because he is the bestower. The next, Bapdada meeting the Rajasthan zone. What is the speciality of the Rajasthan zone? The main center is in Rajasthan. Therefore, whatever is the speciality of the zone would also be the speciality of the residents of Rajasthan, would it not? Are you going to make special diamonds emerge in Rajasthan, or are you the special diamonds? Hmm? You are all the most special of all anyway. However, in the field of service and in the eyes of the world, you have to create those who become special instruments for service. Have you done such service? Rajasthan has to become number one in everything: quantity, quality, and the speciality of service. Number one in everything. The main center is number one anyway, but its impact has to be all over Rajasthan. At present, it is Maharashtra and Gujarat who are counted as number one in terms of quantity. Now, let Rajasthan be counted as number one. Therefore, now make preparations this year. Next year, go ahead of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Those who, those whose intellects have faith become victorious. Nishchay Buddhi, experienced jewels here. If you make service progress, it will definitely increase. Acha, we will take the yaad pyar. To the elevated souls who constantly consider themselves to have a right to experience elevated attainments, to the children who are embodiments of knowledge and who inspire others to gain attainments for many births in this one birth, to the elevated children who study and teach the one lesson, to the fortunate children who are constantly sustained by the blessings of the Father, the bestower of blessings, love, remembrance, and namaste. From us, beloved children, to our beloved Bapdada, love, filled remembrance, and namaste. Thank you, Baba. We'll take a minute in silence, reflect on the points of the Murli, and also reflect on the attainments that we get from the daily Murli that we read. And also, I want all of you to share, request you to share, what does Murli mean to you personally? Okay? So we'll spend a minute in silence and then share. Shanti. Om Shanti. We can share points from the Murli.
Om Shanti, Deepika sister.
Om Shanti.
Just yesterday, Baba and our Abhyaktvani had told us, that we are Jnani souls. He had told us the difference between Jnani souls and Bhavna souls. I was just thinking a lot about those Bhavna souls. But Baba pulled that point of Jnani souls today, and he is explaining who we Jnani souls are. And also we know when we took this unique knowledge for the first time we took God as a father, as a teacher, and as a Sadguru. Very unique. Any teacher, whether we go for a scripture reading and all, they cannot become a father and a teacher and this. But here he is becoming a father and a teacher and Sadguru. And today Baba just touched only on the father and more on the teacher. You were asking about Murli's, Sakar Murlis and Avik Murlis. In fact, first one has to understand what is a Sakar Murli. A Murli which was how the Murli was written from 51 to 69, and from that incorporeal Shiv Baba secretly to the corporeal Brahma, who writes it and who passes on to Mama, and then it's read. See, that system we never understood because probably we never did. But the children who were there and who waited for that morning like a chaprak bird, lapped it up, lapped it up. Now that Murli has come down to us, but of course, to know it has been revised. These Murlis we don't have, we have only probably 7 years Murli, which is revised by the seniors and really decorated in the form of question, answer, blessing and all. But that Sakar Murli, what is it for me? It's like for me, my morning toothpaste. Like I get up, I've not brushed my teeth or something. The first thing we go is, okay, let me have my morning coffee. But here, the Sakar Murli, I remember, if you have to go that first, if I miss that Meethe Bache, that means I've missed the Murli. I love the first thing, like God calling you Meethe Bache, Sikilete Bache, the love pouring over there, that foundation of knowledge. Everything Baba even tells us that what we should do after going to the washroom, after doing this, the basic things and all. And we just lap it up. So much scriptures we learn, but Sakar Murli we say, no, this has to be right, this has to be right. But Avyakt Murli is like direct Akashvani. I think when I got my first Avyakt Vani, sitting face to face, listening to that in court, and to know the secret, there are two souls inside that one soul. I mean, one body, that one body goes off to sleep, these two souls talking with each other, sharing. I think that is mind-blowing. Avyakt Murli is something which one, I think, should never miss. And it's some kind of a revision or a hard teaching or deep secrets, moral science, economics, psychology, everything I used to find something very deeper, like a PhD. After taking my basic degree, which is Sakar Murli, going deeper into my post-graduation or something is Avyakt Murli. And every Murli is unique. Every Avyakt Murli. And you'll see not one sentence Baba repeats. Even the grammar, if you notice, it's not there. If there it is Banna, he's saying Ban gaye. It's something unique. How could he sit there for 3 hours or this and talk and talk and talk and not repeat? And more than that, I think for me, Avyakt Vani is Sakar Murli, as I told you, is like just like a breakfast. I can never miss. It's like a discipline to sit down. It's like my student life after Amrit Vela, Murli. It's a routine, Sakar Murli. But Avyakt Vani, is like that special, I don't know how to tell you, the tonic, that special booster, I think. A lot more can be told. Attainments, if you're going to take, I think this, I just do, it's a big list. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Yes. Thank you. And anybody else would like to add?
Murli for me is a direct conversation with Supreme Father. Because in my experience, whatever is the thought, is there anything that's happening around me today, I'll get an answer in tomorrow's Murli. So Sakar Murlis for me is a letter that gives an answer to my questions, because that's an everyday Murli. And Avik Murli, as Kirjavan said, is a deep, deep realization. It's a process through which self-realization happens at a very deep, deep subtle levels.
Yeah, Om Shanti. So for me, Murli is like a nutritious food for the soul. I see the soul has become very lean after taking a long journey of 5,000 years, and now, Baba has come and giving us this nutritious food through which the soul is becoming very strong and healthy. And also food for the intellect to have good thought, because otherwise, in the materialistic world or the world outside, there is only things that will make our states down and sorrow and difficult situations, right? Peacelessness. But when we read this Murli daily, then it is encouraging us, it is enriching us, it is making us enthusiastic and also empowering us every day. So that makes, that really makes us move forward in the life. And then Baba says here that this is a great study. So you don't receive any certificate of like MA or BA, but we get the title of Trikaldarshi, embodiment of knowledge, right? And so here, this is all guaranteed, and the other thing that studies that we study, right, the Laukik, that is only there for one birth. So you have to, in the next birth, you'll have to start over everything from the scratch, but that's not how it is here. So how much ever you accumulate, you make it your own, you make the soul healthy, and the next birth, that's going to continue from where you left. Yeah, Om Shanti. Thank you.
Shanti.
Deepika, just to add one word, the Sakar Murli, is like Gharelu. It's more like, householder, like I can enjoy and ask questions even here. But Avyakt is not like that. Avyakt, I feel, that something after, I don't like, as if Baba is sitting like a headmaster over there, I think, when it's this. But here it's my Brahma, my sweet Brahma through whom it comes. So we feel a little bit Garelu kind, love kind, both acha lagta hai Sakar mein. But if you want really Vishwa ka matter or anything, it's Avyakt.
So true. Sakar Murli is like बाबा ने लक्ष्य दे दिया उसमें, and then उसको how do we reach that goal is Avyakt Vani. It's a what do you call it, a manual to reach to that goal, isn't it? Because we can find steps in the Avyakt Vani about how to achieve whatever goals he's given us in the Sakar, right? Because it's his own, many a times it's Brahma Baba's own, experiences at times that come out. So yeah. Anybody else would like to add on to anything? Would like to share any other point? Okay. So we will just spend a minute in silence, reflect on today's points, and then we'll end the session. Just take a minute in silence. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Deepika Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a beautiful day.